design has always been in Africa since ancient times, and that we can now take that knowledge from the past and create a whole new design movement. After graduation, I moved to New York City, where I would be sending my portfolio out looking for work. And I always got a call back, and I would get excited that I was going to get work. But what had happened was that with a name like Saki, everybody thought that I was Japanese, and they wanted to meet this Japanese guy with a Swiss portfolio. But as soon as I walked in, tall, black, dreadlocks trailing, people were shocked. They were like, "You're from Africa?" I was like, "Of course." And they said, "We don't see Africa in your work. Where is the real Saki?" I found this very, very insulting initially, because I was like, what? With my Yale education, I was educated by the masters, Paul Rand, Bradbury Thompson, Amin Hoffman. How do you question that portfolio? But this kept happening until it clicked, something clicked within me that I could produce work that came from all my experiences, my life experiences, my environment back in Africa, the colors of Africa, the light of Africa. And I am speaking to you today because of that. That these people were questioning where the real Saki was. And from that point onward, I think my work changed, and it encouraged me actually to return home and start a school of design. From that point onwards, I realized that design is really something personal. Yes, there are rules, design rules to learn, but in terms of the work that you produce, it has to come from within. My mantra became look within. And from that point onwards, when I decided to return home to contribute to the development of my country and also to reverse the brain drain, I was a man on a mission. I didn't have any funding, but I think the joy I got from watching the students getting it, creating work that I called magical, that came from within. There isn't a dollar sum that you can put on that. In the world also, the world recognized through invitations to run workshops, lectures at different universities, and international design conferences. That was all the satisfaction really that I needed. As I was traveling the world, I began to notice them. African designers who were making their mark on the world of design. Architects like Francis Carey, David Adjaye, and others in fashion, in product design, and other facets of design. In 2019, I keynoted the first conference of the Pan-African Design Institute, an organization made up of designers from all over Africa, from the multi-disciplines of design. Young people who finally are connecting the dots with the realization that design has always been in Africa since ancient times, and that we can now take that knowledge from the past and create a whole new design movement on the continent. When I decided to move back home to start a school of design, it wasn't because I felt like somebody told me to do this. This was just something that I felt was important, to start a school of design in Africa that put Africa at the center. And also, the vision was for the school to collaborate with other schools, what I call the cross-cultural exchange, where we were all equals, everybody bringing whatever they brought to the table, what they had to the table. And Africa had a lot to say in terms of design. Africa once fired up the imaginations of Europe and the Western world anyway, people like Picasso. And I feel that Africa can do that all over again through design.